Hey everybody, guess I could take these off. We're back at it again. As always, we've started a project and forgot to film. Oh, let me get those off. Forgot to film a chunk of it. So, kind of getting into the middle of it here now, but I will try to fill you in as to what we're doing. So we had this old stove. We've carried it around for 4 years now, I think. Came from our old dairy farm. It was just laying up in the attic there. We thought, might be handy for something, so we took it along. And we haven't had a purpose for it, and finally we're going to use it. We're going to try to cook syrup on here. Got a little chimney erected up here. Wes put it all together. Hopefully that'll work. This unit was an old coffee maker. You flip that over, Wes? Where's the inside part?
It's in the house.
Okay. I think it's a coffee maker. I don't even know. I found it in a scrap pile at an Amish guy's down the road, and he was going to get rid of it. So it has a big stainless steel tub that goes in here. It's like a 5-gallon tub, maybe bigger. At the bottom of it has a drain that hooks up to that one hole that's empty here on that side. The other ones I'm not sure. They maybe were hooked up to it too. I have no idea. Underneath that was maybe 5 inches tall. There was another piece of metal with heaters in it, electric coils, and a dial on the front. I don't know if that still worked or didn't know. I don't know. There was 4 electric elements down underneath there. That's why I'm assuming this was a coffee maker, and probably or a heater of some maybe for food, soup. I'm not really sure. Then it had these on the front. So we've removed everything. This is not going to be used. We're going to use that hole there still, where it came out of. But I've got a new piece of pipe I'm going to insert with the tap. We're cutting open the bottom right now. We've taken the electrical element parts off. We're cutting the bottom of this open. You flip it over again, Wes. What I'm going to try to do is bend these flaps open. I've got it cut here along the sides and down the middle and there along the sides. And I'm going to try to bend it open so that it'll fit inside the hole on the wood stove. Pop it down inside. Then the flames will be able to hit the bottom of the stainless tub that sits inside of this. If that doesn't make any sense, just hang on and it will all make sense soon. Then hopefully we're going to be able to cook our sap in there. We're not going to do all of it, but we're going to try some. Every year we always cook some here. Last 2 years we cooked it in the house, inside there. But anybody that's ever cooked sap, it's just not a good idea. Makes for a sticky mess in the house, so we don't want that. I mean, we're just experimenting, make a bit of candy, whatever. This year maybe we'll cook up a bit more. We are tapping some of the trees around the house here now. I think there's one on this tree, down that tree, one over there. There's a bunch of them. I think we got, what, nine trees around the house here or something. So about 18 taps. And then we got lots in the bush too. We'll haul that away still, but play around. Well, we'll see. If this thing works real good, we can cook a bit more. Otherwise, it doesn't hurt us anything. The stove is garbage. Or not garbage, but I mean, it was in our scrap pile. And same with this piece. So that's the project for today. You're up to speed, and now we'll try to film a bit more. Okay, so that's kind of what I had in mind. It's pretty crude, but it should work. Hindsight, I probably shouldn't have cut here. These flanges, I didn't realize that, but it's actually the metal comes across, bends up, comes back down, and goes over. So when I cut the flange off, it actually separates the 2 pieces. So, hindsight, I would have left this here, because this stays anyway. Or I could have bent these over. Because then you'll see when I put it on the stove, there's actually a bit of a gap. But that's all right. It don't matter. It's just for cooking syrup. So there's the idea. It fits in. Probably bend those sides a little bit yet. It doesn't rock anymore. That's good. So this side can sit pretty well right up against, which seals that pretty good. And then these sides actually sit on here. And then the other side. So here, the gap's not as bad as I thought. There was a gap here. So it's actually not bad. That's pretty small now. I think that'll work. And this side's sitting on pretty good too. Okay. So I think we'll bend those around so they hold on better. And then we can drop the pot in here. So this is the inside part. It's a nice stainless jug. Get it in the sunlight there. And it's got a spout coming out the side here. So we took off, it has this type of coffee apparatus, but we've got some other stuff we'll screw into here. Should fit good. On the outside of it, it's got like a double wall for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what that was for, but we're going to try cooking with it on. If that doesn't work, I think it would though. I mean, it's just thin. If it doesn't work, we'll try to find a way to get it off. Okay, drop that in the hole. Obviously, this isn't up to commercial size. Like, it's a pretty small unit. But it'll get us to do a couple pails. I think we could fit a couple pails in it. Looks like it's gonna hold a pail and a half anyway.
I don't know how tight to go.
Alright.
Guess what we could have done, Papa? We have that algo and stuff in the house. We could have ran out and had it on.
Yeah, and then head it off the side. Yeah, that's alright. I think this will work. I hope so. Should be good. Now we gotta build a fire. Got a bunch of towels in there. Looks like a bit of a mouse nest or whatever was in there. And we'll add some wood. See how she goes. Big chunk of ice. Okay, fire's going. Take a while before it heats up, but see smoke coming out. So this whole hole I don't think is going to cause a problem, but anyway, there's smoke coming out of that, and then of course smoke coming out of the chimney. So it'll be a while before all this, because there's ice in there. It'll be a while before it heats up. There's a good start. This here, as best as we can figure, is kind of like a draft control. So we'll just leave it open here now that it's sucked lots of air. But we could possibly control temperature by closing this and opening this. Okay, fire's been going for a bit. It's burning good and clean now. Oh, it's a hot fire when you can't see any smoke. Isn't that neat? All I see is heat. So she's burning good and hot. Ice is melting off. A little bit of smoke coming out of here. Very good. You can still see the fire in through there. Can't seal it off completely, but so far I'm pretty happy with it. Now it's just a matter of seeing how fast this will heat up. Once the ice is gone, it'll obviously go pretty quick, but then we got a few more pails to dump in here once it starts boiling and the water level goes down. Then we'll continue to add more ice to it, I guess, too. But that's the way she is. So now, yeah, it's just a matter of waiting. So far, so good. It's evening now. I just got home here, had to run to town for a bit. Wes was tending the fire. Now he's in the bush getting more sap, so I haven't been able to ask him whether or not he put more pails in, but I don't think he has. I'm not sure. I'll show you what's going on now anyway. Okay, so fire's still going. Everything's working pretty good. Take this off because it's hot. It's steaming pretty good. It's not boiling or nothing though, it's just steaming, and it's going to take an awfully long time to get this down, cooked down. So I just put the lid on when I got home. He didn't have it on. I don't know if it need to or not, but the thought was to keep some of that heat in. Maybe the water will heat up faster and cook faster. The other thing I find is going on, so we'll probably, sorry, let me get this lid on. We'll probably do some adaptations tomorrow, but the air gets sucked in the bottom of here, roars across here, and then roars across the bottom here, and then runs up this chimney and out. So, I mean, it's still sitting on the fire, it's still hot, but it's not as hot as it could. I was thinking if I could somehow put the chimney maybe out the back of here, drill a hole in the back of here and have the chimney come out, or I have one hole there, if I add another hole in each one of these corners, but somehow getting the smoke to swirl around this pot here and come out, I think would heat that up a lot faster. So what I did now is I just put a plate over the top, close that off so it's not roaring like that, and it's encouraging some more smoke to come out of this hole. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm winning or losing there. I'm going to keep playing with it. The concept's still good. It's kind of neat, and like I said, it costs us nothing. I looked at a really cool unit today. I'm hoping to go there with the kids tomorrow. It's a local guy here. He taps, I think he said 1,400 taps last year, 1,200 this year. So it'd be cool if I can interview him and take a look at that tomorrow. But and then put that on here for you guys as well. It's a really neat unit. Similar to the Amish. It's about half the size as the Amish evaporator, but just a nice looking setup. So I'll take the kids there for a tour tomorrow. This is obviously very small scale. Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep playing around with it. See how it goes. Wes got a whole whack of this chopped up, so burns good and hot when you get this little stuff going in here. But I'm afraid we're not going to be able to get it hot enough with the current design. Can't see me real good, but anyway, I made some changes to the little system we've got set up here, and that wasn't really working, so I figured I was going to end up having to put little chimneys up to get more draw. But now it's dark. I was looking outside. So we've got the door open. I don't know if I can turn, there we go, that's better. I got the door open here, and it's sucking. Wes just filled us up, and I see flames shooting out the top. So we're cooking now. This is what we need. So now we've got fire roaring around this bin. That's gonna get it hot, I think. If we can maintain that. So I was thinking maybe I should build some chimneys off here. The higher we get with a chimney, the more draw there will be, right? Because it just starts sucking. You'll get this noise going on. So, but this is working. I like that. We should have a look at the sap here, see what we're working on. Obviously can't touch these handles anymore. Everything's a little too warm. Oh yeah, look at that. That's boiling now. So that is what we've been wanting all day. I don't know if you can see that boil. Perfect. Well, I might not need to put chimneys on. That's what I want right there. That's awesome. I might still weld some chimneys on here. I don't know. We'll see. I got some more scrap metal. I got the old chicken tractor down the hill. You can just see it behind the trees there. It's back there. But the back bumper on it, we were discussing at supper, probably would work. Cut chunks out of it for some chimneys, just to give it some more height on it. But very good. Another day and some more plants. We've made some more modifications. It actually worked pretty good last night. So I took you out in the dark there, showed you the flames. It was boiled down. We filled her back up now again, but it was boiled down about here, I think is what Wes said, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I built the little chimneys on the back of here now. Those two triangles I had cut in. More draw, the better. Unfortunately, they kind of lean out a little bit, but anyway. We weren't going for beauty, we were going for function. It works good. So now that's drawing a little bit more. I'm actually going to put some longer lengths on here yet. Wes figures there's a bit more in the scrap pile yet, so we'll take a look into that. The higher we get, the better draw, and also less smoke in our face. But you can kind of see the flames shooting up through. I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not. No, hard to see in there. Maybe if I turn my light on. Yeah, you can kind of see some flames there. So it's working anyway. A little cheap evaporator. Of course, you need to have all this stuff in your scrap pile, but it hasn't cost me a dime. It's all just stuff that was in the junk. We'll keep cooking and see what happens.
Heard you want to leave this place, but we grew up this old town just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our minds to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone.